So BenQ reached out to me and asked if I'd be willing to do a review on a webcam, and at first I thought no, until I actually saw what this thing can do. This is the BenQ ideaCam S1 Pro, and it isn't your average webcam. Let's take a look. So let's first start off with what you get in the box, and then we'll go from there. So firstly, when you open the box, you are greeted with all of the documentation. Then below that you have your camera mount, which can either be used to mount it to a monitor or a stand if needed. You have the webcam, a magnetic privacy disc, which is always great, and a macro lens, but more on that a little later. Then below that you have a puck, some batteries, and a wireless dongle. Now setting up this camera is really simple. All you need to do is actually just connect it to your PC via the USB cable, and you're done, you're all set. Now this easy plug and play feature does make it really easy to incorporate with your everyday life. It is also super easy to take apart and take with you on the go as well. It only requires a few parts, and because everything can split up into multiple different pieces, it's really easy to pack it into any sort of bag that you have, take it with you on the go and use with you whether you are out in a coffee shop, in the office, or just using it at home. Now once you have plugged in the webcam, you can mount it to your monitor, which is sort of the standard way, or you can screw it into any sort of tripod and place the webcam wherever you want or wherever you need it, which is also really cool. And this leads me to the first reason that I really love this webcam, and that is the fact that you can easily remove it off of its mount to use it in handheld mode, to show off things in your room, on your desk, or to use in macro mode, which is actually insane. For me, as someone with a live streaming background, this is really great. It's really easy to just remove the camera, show things off on your desk. Let's say someone asks what keyboard or mouse you use, then you can simply just pop that off, show it off, and then just put it back and everything is fine. Whereas with other cameras, it is really not that easy to just remove the camera, show it off, and then just place it back on its place where it used to be. Now, yes, I do know with other webcams, you can also just remove it from the top of your monitor where you have mounted it to show off your desk as well. But one thing it can't do is macro mode. So once you have removed the camera from its mount, all you need to do is attach this lens, place it on any surface, and voila, now you have a macro camera. Now for me, I thought this was going to be one of those gimmicky features that they add on the box that doesn't really work or doesn't really work as well as you want it to, but the quality of this macro lens is actually really good, and the built-in ring light really makes it easy to illuminate any sort of surface that you use this on to get the best possible quality out of it. Now for me, in my use cases, I don't really see myself using a macro lens at all, but I can easily see a lot of different channels using this, especially trading card game channels where you might want to show your streams or your videos just the quality of the cards that you pulled or the lack of quality in a card that you pulled. Then you can easily just take out the macro lens, use that to show the quality of the cards, and then have a good way of actually representing what you see to the people watching your videos. And then lastly, you have the flip down mode to show off the top of your desk, which works best with Inspire. So what Inspire does is it actually helps you control your webcam, but also adds some great features. So firstly is flip mode. So while you're using the camera in flip down mode with the camera pointed at your table, you can simply flip the image around 180 degrees to show what is on your desk in the correct orientation to whoever is watching the video. This can work great for online classes or online meetings where you as the presenter may want to write things down in the correct orientation for yourself, but then also have it be in the correct orientation for whoever's watching the online meeting or the online class or the video that you're recording. But you can even take this one step further with annotations. So from within Inspire, you can turn on annotations to draw directly on the screen, to either point out certain things on a screen or to write on a screen without it being permanent. You can also freeze the frame on the webcam itself and then annotate on top of that, which can also be really useful. But for me, just being able to annotate at all is a really great feature. Then when using the camera in macro mode, you can also use the measure tool to measure short distances, which once again can be really useful to some people. For me, not that useful, but I have to say I was really surprised by how accurate this was directly out of the box. I used it to measure a ruler and it was 100% accurate. But if you need this to be really accurate, then I would still suggest taking the time to actually calibrate that so that it is 100% accurate. And then lastly, with Inspire, you can also use the puck to control your webcam, which once again is another cool feature that I really love about this webcam. So the puck does allow you to make some changes like change your focus, change the focus between autofocus and manual focus, take some pictures, freeze your frame, and even mute your mic. But what's great is the fact that this is wireless, so it means that there's no extra cables on your desk. So all you need to do is just place it on your desk, and it makes it really easy to control your webcam, because controlling webcams in general can be a pain with their weird hidden menus and weird stuff that you have to change within menus. With this, you just have it on your desk and it's easy to do all of those changes directly from there. But the real question is, how does this webcam actually perform? For me, the BenQ ideaCam S1 Pro is great. The picture quality of this webcam is some of the best that I've seen on webcams to date, and this is thanks to its 8 megapixel Sony CMOS sensor. It has some great features that a lot of people can make use of, and some features I've never seen in a webcam before, which make it a no-brainer for some people that actually need those features. This webcam is also really easy to use, making it great for people who aren't as tech savvy, or for larger industries like universities or offices where you might not want to have to train every single person that comes in. So having a webcam like this, which is just really easy plug and play, is really great for those environments as well. Now, while testing it, I did run into a few issues, mainly with the autofocus, but this was mainly within I'm gonna call it the 4K mode, which is the highest quality mode that this can go into, where it seemed to not want to actually focus on my face, and the focus is always slightly off. So let's say I have a chair behind me, it will focus just slightly behind me instead of on my face. Other than that, I didn't really have any sort of issues with this webcam. The webcam quality for me is really good, whether you're using the high quality or the lower quality. Both of them looked really good. The built-in ring light is good for general use cases where you have it on top of your monitor just to really slightly light your face. It's not that bright, but it slightly lights your face, which is really cool, but it works really well in macro mode. And all of these other little features that this webcam have really make it worth the money for me. And if you're someone who needs some of those niche little features, then this is really a no-brainer for you. Now, if you're someone who's just looking for a good quality webcam that looks good, that is easy to use, and that can be used in multiple different ways, then this might also be a really good option for you, although the price might be something that could set you off a little. Now, the price tag for me is justifiable for the quality you get from this webcam, all of the features that you get. But once again, if you're not going to be using all of the features, or if you don't need as high a quality image, then spending the money might not be worth it for you, and then you might want to look at other options out there. But let me know down in the comment section below, what is your favorite feature of the BenQ ideaCam S1 Pro, and what do you think of the quality of this webcam? And then, as always, until next time, cheers.